Pro-Ject Audio was founded in 1991, and they had the desire to bring high-performance audio down in price by using great manufacturing processes coupled with economies of scale. Almost all the Pro-Ject components are designed at their engineering facility in Austria and manufactured at their plants in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. By controlling all parts of the production process and making components that have wide appeal, Pro-Ject Audio has carved out a niche of giving you both high performance and value. Today's review is on a brand new turntable lineup from Pro-Ject Audio, the Pro-Ject T1. Many years in the planning, the new T1 series offers up a lot of technology you'll see in much more expensive turntables from all around the world. Like almost all great turntables where audio performance is the most important aspect, the T1 series are manual belt drive turntables. In the world of turntables, manual means you start the platter spinning with a button push, move the tone arm over the record, lower it using the cue mechanism, and when the record ends, you lift up the tone arm using the cue. Belt drive turntables are also the de facto standard for most high-performance turntables for a couple of reasons. First, with direct drive, the platter sits right on top of the motor. Any motor noise present will be transmitted up to the platter and make its way to your phono cartridge. Belt drive turntables, on the other hand, the motor is separate from the platter and the rubber belt isolates the motor from the platter. When we first looked at the T1, we were super impressed with the way it was put together. The Pro-Ject Audio factories have some pretty serious equipment for turning out consistent product results. The T1 seems to be made just as well as their other tables, costing 2 or 3 times its price. The list of features and tech found in the new T1 tables is very impressive when you consider their modest price. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. The 3 feet for the T1 are vibration resistant to help isolate the T1 from picking up vibrations from nearby speakers. We still feel you want to try and isolate any turntable from large speakers capable of deep bass, but these feet work pretty well. The plinth is CNC machined out of a solid composite material. It is a combination of MDF with a foil wrap to reduce resonance. There are 3 finishes available: high gloss black, satin white, or walnut. Pro-Ject chose this material to reduce any vibrations inside the plinth. The motor is mounted on the plinth with an isolation material in between the motor and the plinth. Pro-Ject also uses an advanced electronic control system for the motor to ensure it spins at a constant speed. The turntable bearing for the inner platter is mounted to a very precision main bearing with tolerances down to 0.001 millimeters. The bearing is identical to the one used in the Pro-Ject Essential 3 table with a hardened steel axle and brass bushing. One big deal on the new T1 is the blasted main glass platter. This type of platter is normally seen on tables costing much more. With a heavy glass platter, you get a great flywheel effect, improving speed stability. The whole table weighs in at about 8.3 pounds with its heavy glass platter. The included felt mat tops off the glass platter. The tone arm on the T1 is a brand new design from the Pro-Ject team. It's the same length, 8.6 inches, as the one on the debut Carbon DC, but is a one-piece design to reduce resonance. The rear counterweight is decoupled from the arm. If you need to adjust tracking force, it slides forwards and backwards with a set screw to lock it down when you're done adjusting. Pro-Ject has developed a new bearing for this arm that has very low friction. It's really a great arm. Unlike the arm on the debut Carbon, you will not have a way to adjust vertical tracking height though, as this arm is a fixed height. However, according to Pro-Ject, the arm is specifically designed to be a perfect match to the included Ortofon elliptical OM5E cartridge. We like this trade-off they made. Rather than trying to make the arm compatible with any cartridge, they made it work perfectly with the cartridge 99% of the people who buy this table will wind up keeping. Speaking of the cartridge, many other turntables in this price range that come with a cartridge will have one with a spherical stylus. For more details on this, check out our turntable buyer's guide. But in a nutshell, an elliptical stylus has more contact with the grooves of your record, allowing it to pick up more of those subtle audio nuances. You'll get Danish engineering on the T1 with the included OM5E. It also has a user replaceable stylus when it's worn out and time to replace. The SB model of the table which we have here has a few differences besides the included phono stage. First, we talked with Pro-Ject and found the built-in phono stage is a cross between their E-Series and MM-Series moving magnet phono preamp. Due to the fact it is connected directly to the tone arm cables internally, think super short, The performance is far better than even the MM separately. Plus, it's perfectly tuned to the Ortofon OM5E. If you do not have a phono stage, we recommend you just go ahead and get the T1SB. The T1SB also lets you defeat the phono stage so that you upgrade to a better phono stage later with just a little switch under the bottom of the turntable. The SB model also gives you the convenience of electronic switching between 33 and 45. There are two little buttons located on the top of the plinth to change speed. With the regular T1, you simply remove the main platter and move the belt on the motor pulley. You'll get some pretty high performance cables with both tables. On the SB version, they're removable, whereas on the regular T1, they are fixed. Setup is another bonus we noticed when we unpacked the T1. Everything is pre-mounted, aligned, and balanced from the factory. All you have to do is make the audio connections, put on the belt, put on the outer glass platter, plug it in, and you're ready to go. As usual, we decided to connect it up to a system probably beyond what most people would use with it, just to see how it really sounded. For this test, we used the B&W 703 S2 speakers with an Arcam SA20 integrated amp. The T1 we tested was the version with the built-in phono stage. The blurb on the T1 says it has a rich, lively sound. After listening, this seems to be a pretty accurate assessment. We decided to pull out a classic album, Joan Baez's Diamonds and Rust. The first thing we noticed was how well this table and cartridge combo tracked. There was very little surface noise and minimal breakup when things got really complicated. On the title track, the guitars jumped out into the room just like they do on a much more expensive turntable setup. Focus and imaging was also very good. On some of the cuts with more rhythm and pacing, we found ourselves tapping our toes to the music, a great sign. The built-in phono stage of the T1 works really well with the Ortofon. You can tell they spent a lot of time matching this up to the cartridge, as it has a smooth analog sound. Our only reservation, and we have to put this into perspective, as all turntables in this price range behave like this, the deep bass is much less defined and detailed than on some really great turntables in the $1,000 to $2,000 price range. So while the T1 did not surprise us with a revolutionary bass for its price category, it was full and musical just as Pro-Ject described. Pro-Ject has obviously reset the bar for entry-level performance turntables with the new T1 series. You'll be hard-pressed to find a table in this price range with the plethora of tech found in the T1. If you're just getting into tables and do not have a phono stage, we suggest the T1 SB model with the built-in phono stage. However, if your system already has a phono preamp, the T1 without the phono stage will be an excellent choice. There is one other consideration though. If you're a tinkerer and think you might want to play around with different phono cartridges in the future, the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon DC is probably a better choice for just a little bit more. At $399, it has a fully adjustable tone arm and upgrade options for a few of its components, and comes with an even better Ortofon red cartridge. The choice really comes down to how deep you see yourself getting into the world of vinyl fun. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. On our channel, we review great products from all around the world. Thanks for watching.